so much since his high school days at Marino.
Another critical point. 22-23, and a big booming kill, courtesy of Stephen Irwin. And Irvin puts Stanford on the precipice of taking this first set.
Great set by Shaw. Scooter Sakaida that time put up a perfect pass as well. And Shaw put up a nice fast tempo set to the outside, which Irvin took advantage of. 4 kills already for Stephen Irvin. He only averages about 2.5.
Serving for the set. Hawaii needs the side out, the natural point. Marks. There's the first half. Hawaii gets the side out. Now they need the natural point.
See, they're committing in the middle on Davis Holt, because Holt has played very well here in this first set with 3 kills, no errors. So they committed on him, leaving Marks by himself on the outside. Joby Ramos, by the way, has got a pretty good jump serve here. Let's see how he does when it's going gets tough here.
Gets it in. A good set and a big kill. And once again, Stephen Irvin and the Cardinal of Stanford takes set number 1. 25-23 the score. So we switch sides and we'll go for it again. Set number 2 coming up. You're watching University of Hawaii Volleyball on OC Sports.
OC Sports, presented on Oceanic Time Warner Cable, is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Kaiser Permanente.
Well, Chris, while we were in that break, you were talking about the play of Brian Cook, as you mentioned, 7 of 12, hitting .500 and doing a pretty good job against the Warriors here in set number 1.
Yeah, and Stephen Irvin, Cook has been the go-to guy all year long. And there you see he's got a service ace. But Stanford is only as good as his support system around him. And that time in set number 1, Stephen Irvin really stepped up. 5 kills, hit .625, had a service ace, and really did a nice job. I think that Stanford played well from the passing standpoint. Scooter Sakaida really passed the ball well, and for Hawaii, Matthew Cheap, I thought, handled Stanford's servers pretty well and did a nice job.
Hawaii wound up hitting only 161 in that first set. Stanford 278 clip.
Hawaii just hit that bad spell there between 15 and 20 when they went hitting 415 to hitting, a buck and a half, and so it was kind of it was a precipitous drop they had during those 5 points.
So Eric Michalski to serve it up, and the second set is underway. And again, a little bit of confusion on the part of the Warriors, setting the middle, nobody home. And then the big swing, once again, by Brian Cook.
Why with misconnection? I think that what Joby Ramos was trying to do is get the ball to Siki, and it just did not go in the place that it was supposed to go. Siki did a terrific job of passing that ball. Michalski's got is Stanford's leading service acer.
Cheap picks it up off the net, and a good swing by Davis Holt, and Holt continues to pay dividends, hitting perfect. He's 1,004 of 4. Also a couple of blocks here in the early going for Holt. He's had himself a very productive night already. And Joby Ramos back to serve it up for Hawaii. Cross-court set, off the block, another kill for Stephen Irwin. And Irvin, along with Cook. Irvin at 6 kills, Cook at 8. And you mentioned the pins, and Charlie Wade talked about that. And they have proven to be all but unstoppable so far tonight in this match.
And they're getting some pretty good sets from James Shaw, too, that guy right there. 6'7" freshman, one of the most sought-after recruits in the country last year. Youth national team, junior national team, and a lot of people say he may be a 2016 Rio kind of guy, maybe, or 2020 at worst.
Sador, and a nice job of digging that up by Delgado and just pushing it to the back corner. Siki covers it, and look at the effort by Matthew Cheap out of nowhere to save that one. But in the end, it is Cook with the kill, but great effort by a couple of Warriors.
Oh, tremendous effort. Here's the problem with Matthew Cheek just giving it up, getting it all the way back over. I didn't think the ball had any chance at all. Cook finishes. Delgado had a great dig in the beginning of that rally as well. The liberos really laid it on the line tonight. Well, Stanford using a double libero sub. You can use the 2 liberos now. The new rules allow you to have those guys just sort of shuffle in and out whenever you want. So Delgado comes in and plays when Stanford serves, and Sakaida comes in and plays when Stanford receives.
Good serve. J.P. Marks pops it up, and then Siki knocks it over. Not a good set that time for Irvin. Back set, Marks. Oh, and another good save. And then the overpass, and Brooke Sador puts it down for the Hawaii winner.
Brooke Sador picks up his 3rd kill there. And he's off to a bit of a slow start.
J.P. Marks, speaking of slow starts, J.P. with only 1 kill. Overpass, Hawaii with a chance here to make it pay. And Siki Sarkovic does in fact make the overpass pay. Point for Hawaii, even at 3.
Sarkovic with his 3rd kill, but he's got 2 errors to go along with it. There's Sador hitting through the block. Or Siki hitting through the block.
And J.P. coming right over toward us, and this is going to be a pretty good set.
Pretty good bump set. Wasn't that a good set by Shaw?
Wow. J.P. Marks comes flying in out of the back row, doesn't get a touch, and it's just out. Boy, he had a good swing on that, but just quite enough angle. Four serving 3. Back to do the honors for Stanford will be Stephen Irvin. Stanford 6-2 overall, 3-2 in MPSF play. Hawaii 3-6 and 2-4.
Another interesting stat for Stanford. They're 6-0 at home, 0-2 away. They're still looking for their first road win of the year.
As is Hawaii. Sarkovic with another booming kill. And Siki now with 4 winners on the night. And Davis Holt into the net, the service error.
Have both middles serve that jump float. I think is not as effective as when they have Nick West. He has his big jump serve. Have a little bit of mixture there, not just have 2 middles jump floating all the time. Is, I think, more effective. But Nick West, I think, had a tore his abdominal muscle, and he's out this week, I think, completely. We won't be seeing him.
Taylor Averill getting the kill on that the quick set to the middle. The middles have been very effective. Taylor and Davis Holt. They have combined for 7 kills out of that middle spot. And it is
only 1 error between them. Well, that serve was not even close. And Sador, their go-to guy as far as serving goes, he leads Hawaii in aces. So Stanford's receivers breathe a sigh of relief as he finishes his serving turn.
And Brian Cook returns the favor and sails that one long. So the set tied for the 6th time. Stanford taking the first frame, 25-23. And Siki, overpass. And that's going to be over the net. Number 3, that's Shaw. He just kind of went all the way over the net.
I think the referee's calling this ball was over the net when Shaw touched it, completely over the net. If any part of it's on Stanford's side, then it's okay, but Jesse Martinez, the mainland referee that came in for this, the ball was completely on Hawaii's side of the net when Shaw reached over and touched it.
It was a clear overpass. And I'm almost surprised that they're taking the effort to argue this call.
So Brian Cook, the floor captain, is telling Coach Shaw what referee Martinez is saying. And now Dixon Chung jumps in and he helps interpret for everybody. Let's see if we can tell when this ball is completely over. Hard to tell from there.
Now bottom line, point Hawaii. Warriors up 7-6. Siki off the cable. Sakita, nice job getting the pass up, and the swing that is out. Point Hawaii. No, it's in. We got one.
Ball was the referee. The one linesman called good because it was within the court range.
Right.
But
the linesman.
The other linesman in the back says it was out. Did not. It was long.
That was the call that mattered. Hawaii now up by 2. Sarkovic with another good serve. Cook passes it up. They go back to Cook off the block for the winner.
Good swing by Cook, and James Shaw flicked a nice little back set that time. James Shaw, the setter, the son of longtime Stanford women's coach Don Shaw.
And Averill. And again, the middle's proving very effective tonight. Both Taylor Averill and Davis Holt, each with 4 kills. And Hawaii back up by 2. They led that first set by as many as 3 points before the Cardinal rallied back to take it.
So Averill choosing to serve from a different part of the backcourt this time. He's going to the right side. Looks like he's going to serve down the line.
Top serve proves to be effective, though, yet again. And Cook, speaking of effective.
The reason that serve was good was that Irvin had to come up to the 3-meter line. Actually, had to go down and take one knee, basically taking himself out of the play. And so the only place that Shaw could go was a back set. And luckily, he had Brian Cook behind him, who's putting up all-league and possibly all-American numbers on that right side, hitting out of the back row.
Cook already with 11 kills on the night as the Towel Brigade is out there in force, wiping up the wet spots on the floor.
11 kills and only 17 tries. He's hitting .588 is Brian Cook. Mahalski, who's serving now, a former teammate of Jace Olson, who's on Hawaii's team. They played together at Maricosta High School.
Yep. And then, of course, Jace Olson went to Penn State, and then he came here to Manoa along with Ali Longo, the Wahine player, who, what a valuable addition she proved to be.
You know, both programs really benefited by the transfer of those two, that's for sure.
Yeah. Joby Ramos back to serve it up for Hawaii. They lead it by 2. Ramos, that ball sticks right there between the antenna and the net. There's something you don't see very often.
You really don't. Maybe, I don't know, I maybe saw it maybe 10 years ago, someone like that. That was very unusual.
I mean, every now and then you see the basketball get stuck up against between the rim and the glass.
Yeah, exactly.
But that happens.
This was even more rare, though.
A little bit more flex to the net than there is to the glass backboard. And Holt, once again, and he continues to be perfect on the night. 5 of 5.
Davis Holt, he's long, he's rangy, he gets up early, easy to connect to, and Joby Ramos has really got it going on with Davis Holt. Holt not only get it done with attacking, he's doing it on defense as well, though. You see those 3 blocks? He's been in on 3 of Hawaii's 6 blocks.
JP back to serve for Hawaii. Sakahita, nice pass. Cook in his roof. And look at Brooks and Orr. Oh, he loves to celebrate.
Sador and Holt going up, and you're right, Sador got most of it, but Holt right there, he worked really hard to get to the outside to make that 4 hands across. Tough to get through, even with the great skills of Brian Cook.
And that ball is just in, right on the line. Service ace for J.P. Marks.